Hello, folks. Hey, I'm giving this a shot working from a laptop streaming. Since I can't go live anymore, you're going to see bright lights because I need lights for photos. So be prepared for that. Um, so, yeah, I just thought I'd jump on while I'm working just to kind of give you an idea what we're doing. I will move the camera down just a little bit. Telephone. As always, we put a little lot number down there. That way you can identify when you do come in and preview your items. You'll know where it is and you'll be able to reference it. It's been a great resource doing listing from the tablets. Made it a lot easier. I do have an item I'm going to actually list on eBay. I don't list. There's just certain items I just know aren't going to do well selling a single hat, for instance, on our site. So I am going to list this Agramec homicide insecticide band. There you're going to see that giant K followed by products, and these are highly sought after. If you see the foam coming out of these hats, do not fear. That does not seem to affect the desirability of the hat. So one thing that it does have going for it is agriculture, which Agramec, and it large patch. Those are going to be keywords I do put in there. I'm just going to put this at auction. So let's put K products. And right in front of there, I'm going to put Agramec. We still do sort. I'm hoping I can see the chat over there. I still source about 50 to 60% of our catalogs on a weekly basis. And what we're actually been doing is trying something a little bit different. We are starting to get a little bit more picky, if you will. I wouldn't say picky, but we are working on being more selective as to what we discourage people from bringing in. There's certain things that will go at auction that may not go on eBay, and key products, large patch. For instance, this hat probably wouldn't get a bid on our site, but it'll do really well on eBay. At least I feel that it will. Okay, let's just use, let's see, Key Products brand farm hat, New Holland. Okay, we're going to sell one like this. Many of you might know, if you follow anything, I have really reduced the amount of products that I have on eBay. I think right now I have 0. So very little, very few products. I'm going to jump on my phone just to make sure that I'm watching the chat, have it sitting here in front of me. So bear with me for just a minute. It's not going to be super exciting today. Like I said, I am just going to be creating catalogs. So let me just go to the chat here, make sure I'm not. Oh, there he is. Hey, what's up, Mike? Sorry, I didn't see. Oh, there's the chat popping up. Let's make the live show the one people will remember for decades to come. You know what? I am not going to promise that. So, as I was saying, it's really interesting when you start doing auction stuff, you start running an auction. I forgot to add that feature where I can add multiple photos at the same time. There's been so many changes. I've really not done much eBay lately because I've been working on getting the auction house up and running. So that's been quite the challenge. We have struggled with employees, hiring employees. ABC, how you doing? Thanks for jumping in. So we dropped down to two employees. That's going to be me and my wife, and primarily me. Many of you know I do have a full-time job, but here's a little secret. The full-time job is going away. Yes, I put in my 2 weeks notice. Don't tell anybody. It's still a secret. So we're just, like I said, these the hats, I've done really well with the K Products brand hats. If you're not familiar, pull up some comps in your spare time and check them out. I've had these hats go all the way up to well over $100 for an old hat, and quite a few in the $60 to $80 range. And hopefully this will help keep my lights on and my kid in new shoes. Insecticide. What the heck is Meticide? That might be something worth. If anybody knows what Meticide is, let me know in the chat. Meticide / insecticide hat. I don't know. I'll have to make sure. One thing I do while I'm for some time, well, since the beginning of the year, it's been a real challenge and really trying on me, I think, mentally, health wise and everything else, trying to maintain a full-time job, taking off work, coming here in the evenings and work until about midnight, 1 o'clock, pretty much 7 days a week. So it'll be good to be able to focus more time and energy on my businesses instead of another company that I feel is slowly dying. But hey, that's just my opinion. Okay, what do we say about that? Inside foam is deteriorating, but overall condition is good. Auction. I'm going to adjust the package weight to. I'm going to put 12 ounces, and I'm going to change I think I have some more 8 by 8 by 8 boxes. I need to order some more of those. Bag 8. Hey, look at that. That's done. And hopefully there's no other surprises since I haven't listed in quite a while. Meticide, isn't that euthanasia for elderly people? What the hell are you doing, Ron? I'm just selling the hat, man. Miticide. I came here for the song and dance. When does that begin? I tell you what, if anybody have any, I don't know how many songs I have, and I don't know how well I can dance. You seen that that movie, White Men Can't Jump? Well, this white man can't dance. So, okay, what are we going to do? Let's see. Do I want to start the bid at $9.90? You know what? I'll just start it at $5. Not $50. Okay. And it says it's 7-day auction starting at $9.40 is the recommendation, but I'm going to entice some buyers here. List your item. Boom. Let's get back to listing for the auction. Done. Okay, we're going to set that off to the side. And I'm going to get the next item. Today I'm listing items that I have sourced myself, my wife and I. You're going to see me bouncing in and out. We got a goose and we have a couple of ducks. I'm going to do this goose by itself. It does have some conditionary issues. And just like I run my eBay business, I do make sure that I point out any flaws or any damages. You can see he's been repaired here. He might need a new paint job, but it'll look great in somebody's yard. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let me move Bugs. Yeah, what's up, Doc? That's That's entertainment number one, my Bugs Bunny impression. Okay. If you guys haven't seen my workspace here, I actually have 3 areas for photographs, depending on what I'm taking photos of. Just to kind of give you a quick overview, we have this white vinyl backdrop that when it gets too dirty, I just cut it and just roll it down. Those are about $20 to $25 on Amazon. They make really good backdrops for picture purposes. And then I have this kind of a brown, and I have a darker gray. That gray, I would not recommend the dark gray. We use the color ones for clear glass, because we do push quite a bit of glass through here. But this stuff works really good. I can almost get all of, you almost erase all the backdrop out of it. And like I said, the great thing about the vinyl is we typically keep these wipes here, and basically you just pull one out, and you don't have to do it every time you photograph something, but when it starts getting a little grungy, you just wipe it down. And you know what, it may not be perfectly clean bleach white, but by the time I adjust the lighting on the pictures, most of the you can't even see any of that flaw or any of the dirt that might be in there. So we're going to do this goose. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. There you go. I got a saying for everything. It may not, sometimes I might have to keep them to myself, as I'm not always 100% appropriate, but so let's list this goose. He's pretty large. Other thing, always have a tape measure next to me, and we have our little lot stickers and a pin. So basically what we're doing, first thing I'll put in a sort order, and this is going to go under outdoors. Just so you know, I have a list of different categories that we assign a sort order to each one, and that way we can group like items together. So if somebody's browsing the catalog, we can, they may be only interested in collectibles, cars, or die-cast, or they might be looking for lighting. Well, they're going to see all the lighting there together. Our lead is a large goose decoy. And one thing that we've noticed is we really got to double check that our voice to text is working. Goose decoy in acceptable condition, approximately 26 inches x 16 inches x 9.5. And sometimes I don't like the inches, because the voice of text always abbreviates it to IN, and it looks like everything looks good here. Repairs have been done around neck and front of goose, period. See images. And then we're going to snapshot that. I know this is overly exciting, huh? Anybody have any questions? Or, of course, the first listing I do, it times out on me. While I'm waiting for that to come up, let's see what miticide, MITICIDE. Definition. You guys are going to learn something here. It's an agent used to kill mites. It's miticide, I believe, is how I should be pronouncing that. Very interesting. I would have thought that a mite would have fallen under the category of an insect, and they could have covered it all with insecticide. But hey, it makes them, maybe it was to balance out the design on the hat to have text all the way across there. And just to give you an idea, right there, that is the photo of the goose decoy. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I get the, of course, I've been having occasional issues. This is a tablet that I'm using today. I can list through my phone, but the thing about the tablet that I'm using, I've got right now in here, I've got a couple of iPads. I have two Google, what is this, or Samsung, two Samsung tablets, and this particular one is mine, and it's got data and everything. I use the Wi-Fi, of course, but it. I'll show you here in just a second. Let me go back to this goose lot list. Okay, goose. If the system goes down on me, when it comes back up, you can take the picture, and then it says, "Oh, wait a minute, you haven't logged in yet." So the picture is. What I like about this is when I tap the screen, and this might be an easy fix for all of them, I have this little thing up here that I can adjust the brightness of the image while I'm taking the photo. And by just adjusting the brightness just a little bit, it helps hide some of the shadowing on the backdrop. Because it's not perfectly smooth. I mean, I could work every time at smoothing it out perfectly, but for our purposes, I'm not full blown commercial. I mean, I'm commercial. I'm a business, but if I was selling new products that I had to have immaculate photographs. But the great thing about having a storefront, offering people the opportunity to come in and preview items before they bid is, we really do press that if you're going to spend a significant amount of money on something at auction, that you do take the time to stop in and look at the items before you actually put your oh yeah, that's Lonnie. Hey Lonnie, thanks for stopping in. I didn't even. I'm getting old. I'm hitting up there close to 50, and that's what I blame for everything. So this really isn't much different than your eBay business as far as listing and stuff. Very similar. Very similar process. I will tell you that I kind of touched on earlier. One of the biggest differences is sourcing and how you put lots together, learning what sells, what doesn't. There's things that I would sell on eBay that I've learned just don't go well at auction. So, for instance, glassware, on eBay, glass is a hit and miss. It's a hit and miss product. But the thing, it's even more of a miss here, in a local market. Kind of the way what I tell people when they're considering bringing stuff into consign, because just like when you're out hitting the sales, you see people that put print out their little, this is what it's worth according to eBay signs on items, to kind of set people's expectations at auction. Kind of what I say is, if you're wanting to maximize your profit when selling your items, you want to go straight to an Amazon or an eBay. They're kind of up here. Amazon, eBay. Then I would say the next place is Facebook Marketplace and local buy sell groups and apps like that. And then you have auctions down below that, and then you have garage sale, and then you just have donate. And I think that is where there are items that'll go at auction that will drive a higher price than even in eBay, but most generally not. And kind of what people have to understand is when you're listing things on Amazon, it's a headache. You have lots more rules to follow. I mean, people do it and people move past that and they get used to it. I understand that. I have limited exposure to Amazon. I do still have quite a few items on Amazon that I sell, but it's there's still a lot to learn and a huge learning curve to be successful at that. eBay is easy to do, but you still have to worry about follow some of their rules. And regardless of the platform, outside of Facebook and some of these other marketplaces, it's only worth what people are willing to pay, and remove listing fees and shipping. Comparing to eBay has to be rough. It is, and that's the thing. As far as percentages, I would say you're paying probably less percentages fees on an eBay compared to here or other an estate company. But what you're alleviating is that headache. You don't have to wait for the sale. When the sale, you don't have to take care of all the shipping and the packing, and then you don't have to deal with returns. And there's a lot of things that and then a lot of times it's the trade-off for the higher number of folks that you're reaching out to is the time and sometimes the risk involved with selling things online. Facebook Marketplace, I sell things there, local buy sell groups, but the trade-off there is you have to deal with people that don't necessarily, I would say the majority of people that I've dealt with on Facebook really don't have any respect for anybody's time but their own. I've had lots of no-shows. People, I'll be talking to people up until the time I'm supposed to be meeting them and wait a half hour for them to find out that they changed their mind and wasn't going to show anyway. So, that's the thing about auctions is it's a quick flip. You bring your stuff in, or if you're a reseller, you bring it in, and within a week you're going to sell your item if it's a decent item and there's a desire for it, and then you get cut a check a few days later. So that's the upside for auctions. The downside is you're not going to get maybe the most that you would if you decide to wait around and deal with some of the headaches of doing online sales. And then garage sales, you name your own price there, as opposed to the auction where you're really at the mercy of the bidder. How many times am I going to measure that? 6 inches. And your item may sell and it may not. But the thing is you have to take the time to set everything up, do tables and do your own advertising, whether that be going down the road and putting up signs, or however you decide to do your advertising. And then you have, like I said, setting everything out, uncovering it for the morning, covering it back up in the evening, on the days, and then packing everything up when you get done. And that's probably the worst, is having to pack everything up. And many of you know that maybe the last day of the garage sales where you can get the best deal, because people don't want to be packing all their stuff up at the end of it. And as you can see, it's going to take me forever to do listings while I'm trying to talk. Okay, there's 2 mallards, Flambeau mallards. These are complete. These still have the tags on them. It's funny because the tags say Best Buy, and I don't know what that means, but I was like, I didn't know Best Buy when they were open sold mallards. Of course, these are modern decoys. I actually saw somebody cut the bottom piece off of it and cut holes in the top. We ran one through, but they actually cut a hole in here and used it as a planter. So that's kind of a cool thing, I guess. This is lot number 617 times 2. Last week we dropped our listings down to just under 400. We were running 400 to 500, 450 to 500 items a week, and we said, you know what? I'm not going to bust our butt trying to just fill an auction with. I'll be right back. Just fill an auction for the sake of filling an auction. So right here we have a Ertl Elevator de Fourage. That's a hay elevator for all you folks that are here. Oh, there's my wife. Hey, babe. Fine. Just talking to folks on the computer and listing things. Talking to folks on the computer and listing things. Creating lit. I told you I was going to go live while I was working. So, I got about 6 people. So, what's that? I'm good. I got coffee and I have a Monster. Okay. Love you. Bye. Isn't that sweet? She was calling to find out if I wanted coffee. I am constantly, I live on coffee and Monster. What is that? Why is your CJDR, your oil lamp is on? I don't even know what the heck that is. Copy text. That is weird. Oh, it is so funny. It's Finley of Post Falls. Your oil light is on. Evidently, her car told our local auto dealer where she bought the car that her oil light is on. So, how awesome that they are concerned about her oil light being on. Okay. I don't even know what I was talking about or where I was. Is this part where Rod gets a spanking? Hey, I probably deserve one. Show me a good time. New lot, same consigner. Okay. Ertl, I don't know how you guys, if you guys ever sold these Ertl things. I haven't ever sold them online, but I know that there is a huge collector market for them here locally, at least. I just listed a lot of John Deere stuff this last week, or it's actually on auction now. They are open out of the box, but we'll see how they do. And we're going to put that under collectibles. 470 Ertl. We'll see if how Cat reacts to being on film. Okay. Hay elevator, 1/16 scale. Fits most 1/16 scale tractors. And it does have the 4 bales of hay in there. something rattling around in there. I don't know what it is. That's kind of unnerving. It doesn't look like it's been opened, but okay, I'm just going to leave it as is. The crank seems to be there. The crank works. Hey, maybe I can crank that around to where the dust is underneath. What? That's a brilliant idea. Thanks, Rod. You're so smart. Keep selling, selling, selling. That is the that is what I got to do. Especially if this is going to be my primary full-time gig, then yes, that is what I got to continue to do. And I'm trying everything. Let's see. Ertl hay elevator fits most 1/16 scale tractors, 4 bales included, crank operated belt, and adjustable height. Well, for a couple more weeks anyway. I wasn't going to go too heavily in that until my 2 weeks were up, but they finally, I finally got upset. I'm frustrated, and let's get Tetherwind to 1,000 subs before the end of the live. And I wish I could get to that 1,000 sub mark. Ertl hay elevator fits most 1/16 scale tractors, 4 bales included. Let's make sure that we have, and we're going to give an overall length. Thanks, Lonnie. I've been working towards it for some time, but it has really been it's been really trying on me maintaining everything. And we got to the point where taking the pay cut would, I think in the long run is going to be better for us. And, I figure if I can focus more energy on the businesses, because, we still have the ice cream truck. There's so much more we want to do with those as far as, more marketing to do ice cream delivery, or, basically where we take the ice cream trucks to a location. We already do a lot of that now, but, doing daycares and businesses where basically the daycare offers, gives free ice cream. They foot the bill. So you're just going handing out ice cream to the kids, or going to a business, whether they're having a open house or a employee appreciation. We want to advertise and get more of that out there. Also, just improving the auction house and getting it going stronger. There's so much more that we can do as far as marketing for it that I just haven't had time. When you spread yourself so thin. Oh, isn't that funny? I did the French. I wrote the French version, or took a photo of the French version. Let's give them the English as well. I don't know how much of my market can actually speak French, but when you spread yourself so thin, you find that you're not doing anything well. So, and I would rather do the business well, do something for myself and my family, than, letting the business slack more, or, and doing something for a company that I feel, they've been good to me up until this point, or at least up until the last couple of years. Do it for us. Okay, so that one I might have took a little bit too much time on, 618T. I really wanted to get at least, we got a late start today. It's right at that time where I have to get the concession stand up and running. This box has some condition. It's dusty. It is an 856 John Deere toolbar cultivator. As you can see, it's got a bunch of issues. Hey, Don, how you doing? Good to see you. Kat may be stopping in here in a few. Let's see, sale order, that's going to be collectibles as well. But yeah, I have to get the concession stand. I really should be moving it out to the beach this week. Ertl 856 toolbar cultivator, 1/16 scale. So I actually pulled the trailer out today so we could do a, look over it and make sure, give everything a wipe down before taking it to the beach, and then start stocking it, making sure all the equipment works. So that's on my plate, but I did that this morning. Also, one of our trucks, we haven't driven it since last season. So the battery's dead on that, so I have to take the time to get that rolling. I've got it on a charger right now, as well as my jump box. And then we have to get that to the shop so they can look it over and make sure that there's nothing major mechanically wrong with it. What else did today? I was helping my daughter work on, she's doing her science experiment. She did DNA of an onion, but while she was doing it, she recorded herself with her phone. So I had to work on getting her files to the computer. And man, I had the hardest trouble. I could not get the computer to recognize the phone so I could pull those files over, because they were just too large to send Wi-Fi. Well, it ended up being a bad, I guess some of your charging cords are not capable of transferring data. So I changed out after trying to figure it out for like hours. I figured it out. I realized, hey, maybe it's a charge cord. So I went and got a new charge cord, plugged it in, was able to immediately get those files over. And then I put her on I got the video editing software together for her, because she's wanting to speed everything up and put it to music. So she's at home now editing her video so that she could add it to her presentation. She has to get probably about a half hour to an hour of footage down to under 4 minutes. So it's important to make sure your equipment is kept in good working order. That is the truth. I'm going to dust it off, and I'm going to hit the fields later this evening. Okay. Toolbar cultivator. Typically, I am just using voice to text. Box is in rough condition, but equipment is in fine condition. We're just going to put it is fine. That sounds retarded. Okay. That dead silence there. Overall length is approximately 15 inches. The collector doesn't necessarily need the dimensions. All they need is the 1/16 scale, but for the non-collector that might be bidding at the auction, buying it for their kids, they would recognize ruler measurements over the scale version. There she is. Ain't she a beauty? Okay. And let's get a good picture of all the wear and tear on the box. After all, we don't want to. Oh, I should show you. If you guys haven't seen it, the coolest thing that I have at auction this week, let me see if I can get to it and show you a picture. Okay. There's Kat. I'm sure Dawn is probably wanting to say hello. Kat, Dawn's in the chat. If anybody is in the market for one of those, now you know where to find one. You want to say hi, Kat?
Hi, Kat.
You want to say hi, Dawn?
Hi, Dawn.
There you go.
Hey.
Easy now. It's a mess. Those are already listed, those keys.
The Skull House.
You have to see that has, I did not touch the consignor stuff yet because I wasn't sure where you are. Check that out. That is on auction right now at Bid More to Win. It is a submarine door. Isn't that cool? Who owns a submarine door? Dawn says, Kat. I do. This guy right here does.
Kat does not. Kat does not claim.
I'm sorry. One more look at it. It is a fully functional submarine door. Dawn says, what up, chick?
Hey.
That is, I've had that thing sitting in the shop for quite a bit now. I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks. And it was finally time to let it go. That's a great thing about this business. You find things that you like, you hold on to it, you're able to enjoy it for a while, and then when it's time to let it go, you know that you have it gone in a week. That thing is currently, I think, at about 100. I think the highest bid right now is $135. But I don't know if I'm going to ship that. I think it's going to have to be a local pickup only. You gave me the crappy pen. 619. Okay, you left me the crappy pen. And go into garbage.
Did you tell everybody you quit your job?
Yes, I did allude to that.
Allude to it.
Well, I haven't made it a big deal that I have my 2 weeks notice in, but I did kind of say that I did. Okay, I'm gonna let Kat entertain you while I go put these out on the shelf. She's like, what? No, I'll be right back. She doesn't have to talk, but if I don't put stuff out on the shelf now, things will get out of order, and I like to have a little bit of order. Don't do that half. That is an eBay thing.
Okay.
I've already listed it.
Okay. We got a wonderful plate in from a consignor, and I was just checking on her list to see if it was a loan plate or if it was a lot. And I mean a lot, meaning more than one, not several. Haha. Anyways. Super tired. I was really encouraging of not working yesterday, so Raw got nothing done. You know, you just encourage, you throw a couple yard sales in and encourage beer drinking a little earlier in the day and you kind of get the day off. But yeah. I mean, it should be really obvious for me here because it's like a Norman Rockwell plate. I just can't find the listing on her sheet. Hey, Rod, I didn't talk about you at all.
That's surprising.
I told them how I got you drunk early in the day so I could get a day off. That was yesterday.
She tried to quack a joke.
That duck is marked on the butt.
Rick?
Rick marked the duck's butt.
Okay, well, that is not a significant marking. If you do
I think
find
they thought it was a significant marking.
a name marked on the bottom of a duck, that does not add value. That thing's solid, though.
Oh, it's right here. It's number 2.
I would say that is solid. I do not see.
Oh, she was going to do this in the Last Supper plate together. I did them separate.
Oh,
I did the
you
last.
should lot them, but together.
The Last Supper I put in the.
You should have allotted
the.
the. Oh, it's a different consignment.
Different consignment.
We have this awesome Last Supper
tapestry. You say tapestry. That's weird. That's wrong.
No wonder I haven't seen your videos. Apparently, I wasn't subbed. Oh, you guys got to sub to. If you guys haven't subbed to any of these guys in the chat, please do. Lonnie is an inspiration to all in their eBay journey. He's always dropping loads of wisdom in every video that he puts out. Love his walking tours of his shack, the shed. Oh, I should put this under cat. Dawn, she occasionally I catch her live, but are you doing more content now? Since I've been doing the auction thing, I haven't watched many videos. I catch them here and there while I'm driving around in my car. Large duck decoy. This ain't your average decoy, comma. This thing is solid, period. It does appear to be made out of plastic, but it doesn't appear to be hollow. Let's see if that actually took. This is why you got to watch your voices, just voice to text. This koi, comma, this thing is solid. It does appear to be made out of plastic, but it doesn't appear to be hollow. So it's not a koi. This ain't your average.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, let me buy it.
Decoy, exclamation point.
That was an ice cream truck call.
Awesome. Good to see ice cream is picking up. Oh, yeah, I know. That sucks. I still don't know. I mean, I understand why they made that rule, but it makes it more difficult. That's why I have the laptop in here, because I can still do it with the laptop.
Do what?
Go live. Oh, it is a foam. It is solid foam interior. I can see that.
Did you tell everyone to pray for Sadie?
Can we say where she's at?
I think so.
My daughter is, she's in the Navy. She did go on a temporary duty assignment. Okay, I got called to work, some holiday OT, so Dawn's out.
Oh, bye.
She said bye, Kat. She didn't say goodbye to me.
She doesn't care about you.
You have a great Memorial Day as well.
Anyways, Sadie.
Sadie is in the middle of the ocean somewhere on the Abraham Lincoln. So she is deployed in the middle of all the mess.
Noel's Norman Rockwell plate.
You'll hear us talking randomly, and that's because we're doing voice to text. This is a dual hangout. There she is. Watch the
Close Harmony.
seriousness of her work.
Plate number 19802G. Limited edition plate by Noel's.
Did you feel that?
You're an idiot.
Yes, he reminds me
appreciate-
I'm an idiot all the time. Plastic exterior with a foam core. Period.
Oh, hi. I need to.
Ohio. See, she says oh hi, and Ohio comes up on my screen. We're gonna
Come look
do.
at my phone real quick. I just want to show you this. Okay. So I'm like here. And I'm like, oh God, that's. Oh no, I want that. No, wait, I want this camera. Isn't that weird?
She got a new phone because she
Shut up.
decided.
It doesn't matter why I got a new phone.
She decided to get a pedicure one day and ended up dropping her phone in her foot bath. So it did not work after that.
It worked for about a minute.
20x, 10x, 10. So she had to get a new phone. And this phone, I guess, has something like, I don't know, 10 million cameras, 5 cameras on it. And that's what she was showing off, that she is, bye Rod and all the guys, prayers for Sadie, thanks Don. So she has the, Sadie's an auto lot number, awesome. The beautiful thing, we're working in the same system, and up until the point you save your catalog item, your lot, it does not assign the number. So if you started with a particular number, when you go to save it, it gives you the option to auto lock the next number coming up. So that's kind of a new feature, a cool feature that we can work together, and so happy together. Someone requested song and dance earlier.
I mean, seriously.
Seriously.
So what am I supposed to put for the 12 spice jars and 2 salt shakers?
Since I broke 2 of them, it'd be 10. Have it go count them just to make sure.
We do have people sign things that they were not responsible for their stuff. And our insurance person said that people's homeowners insurance is supposed to cover it, but every once in a while, accidents do happen. Normally, we've been able to correct them and just purchase the things. We won't talk about it, but
yeah, there is.
We've had to go up quite a bit on a couple.
There is danger control. Or
This is the first time that we broke it before the pictures were taken. I guess I should say. Oh, and if anybody knows us and is watching this, sorry, it wasn't your stuff.
Quack, quack, quack. You know, I'm just trying to give them an idea of what I'm doing. I could tilt the camera down here like this so they can get a better picture of you and my duck. You know, there's people that never show up on the camera, on the film, so that might be a good thing. I might get more subscribers if I don't show my ugly face.
There's even cross stitch. You know, anyone that does sewing, I don't even know if those have bids yet. There'll be some cross stitch next week too. She says here that there's 6 skeins of yarn, and maybe she calls these different because that's the socks. I see 6 skeins of yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like 6. But then what about this? What are those? Five, baby. No. I counted. There's 5 of them.
Can I see this?
Sure.
Working singer, sewing machine, revolving display. That's sitting out on the desk.
That's sitting out there.
Baby Afghan, Shelton, auto restoration, assortment of fabric, single knit and stretch.
Red Bull, it keeps the body moving. And I like the sugar-free brand. If Red Bull is looking for an endorsement, I drink it all the time and I'm still alive. So all the rumors that you hear got not to be true.
I keep buying it for her. 8-piece jewelry, Audrey Hepburn fabric panel, assorted ribbons, There's a tiny chatty Cathy. Tiny chatty bait is, oh, it's not chatty Cathy. Arctic spiral knit books. 6 skeins of yarn. 3, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I do not.
I'm gonna just do it all together.
Okay. Looks like there's more gains than that. So where are we at now?
Where
Oh,
do you have the?
right here. I'm sorry. My eyesight is failing me.
I like to pretend I can see it.
I'd like to not. Okay, so here was an interesting thing. What I have here is a tote full of chimney oil
Skeins
lamps.
of yarn.
Chimneys. Most of them are, all of them
6
are
skeins of
reproductions.
cotton yarn.
They're not
And
original,
5
or newer, I should
thicker
say.
for socks. Period.
Those we will not be listing by themselves because we also are we gonna do all these in one auction or should we break them up?
I don't know what we're talking about. This is
Oil lamps.
glassware. Oh, I don't know what we should do. I got a really good deal on these.
We have collectors around here. I believe these are all turn of the century oil lamps. And from what we were told, what was the thing about the ones where the burner screws on the inside?
It's the thread where the threads are.
What is that? Is that
They're older.
they're older? So as you can see, this is a oil lamp. And there's
They
threads.
sell really good around here,
There-
but we found them in Montana a lot more prevalent. It was like they had lots of them there.
So I think the threads being on the inside are an indication of age. When you're looking at these chimneys, they are. You'll definitely, if you have an original or early chimney, you'll notice that they are definitely thicker. You can definitely feel the difference in them.
Between that and Princess House.
No, Princess House, it's a design. So
Oh,
they're,
that's not a brand?
well,
Princess House
it's a
isn't the-
brand, but they have a specific design on the.
They do glass etching, don't they?
Yeah, they have etched glass. There's another one, and this one has hobnail underneath. I don't know if I'd consider that hobnail. They're like a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagon. 8 is octagon. Septagon. Here's another one. Educating you on. But a lot of the turn of the century ones, you'll notice they're the underneath side of them, it's all one piece, where later ones are, a lot of them are the top and the bottom is often pieced together. I've got 3 of these. Here you'll see a little bit later, the burner itself underneath there is threaded on the outside of the I'll probably list these in one lot just because they all match, but it's threaded on the outside of the, what do you call it, the tank, or
No, it's
the lamp itself. There's
It's
names for all
called,
these pieces. This one's kind of cool.
I can't think of it.
It's almost like a pumpkin design.
Did you get the first one that we got for 50 cents?
It's somewhere, it's in another. Here's another one. This one is actually, it's almost like I have that, like this one, these are the same. So do you think we should lot those up as a pair so that people have a matching pair? These two here,
They're not the same.
they are.
No, look at the design on the bottom isn't even the same.
This one has damage. No, I was looking at like this and this are the same except for this area here, and these two are.
Look at this one.
similar. Okay, so they're not the same. I have one.
Look at this one.
Smoking mug. Here's another one. This is a hobnail. I know probably oil lamps don't excite everyone. This one has something in it.
Those were
Oh, very interesting. It's like double walled, but there's nothing inside of it. But it's double. It's like the.
oh look, it's all the same one. It's just 3 different sizes.
I don't know. Very interesting. It almost sounds like it's double walled, but this is a little metal burner. And I think that one actually has a top. Does this? Oh, here's another little metal ones. I hadn't seen these before. These little mini burners, and no markings per se. But I think. What do you think this goes? Do you think this goes to this? Do you think? There's supposed to be a.
Do you think I should do this times 3?
No, yeah, I would. No, I would do it all. Just because I know that the market around here is flooded with those. Okay, I need to see if I have glass small enough for those metal ones. Okay, so I got all the chimneys down there.
Smoking skull mugs. Small, medium, and large.
This one was only 50 cents, so it couldn't go wrong. I mean, it does have condition issues. The paint is whatever they coat the outside of the glass to give it that red color is wearing off. But it's still a cool
We
piece.
got one other one too.
And I'm still digging. I'm still digging.
I'm not sure how these smoking skulls work.
I thought it was just a reference to the design.
But why would they have a hole in the cigar then? Like the steam's gonna come out of
They
it.
gotta be somewhere because I see them all over the place.
I don't want to Google it. It would like ruin the mystery. 3 smoking skull, brand new inbox mugs. Period.
Was this one a 50-cent one too, or no?
Yes.
No, the top.
Yes.
ones.
No, the bottom was too. We
You
got
think
the
it goes
top
well
of
on
50.
that?
I mean, it's fine.
Okay, tell me if I should put a regular. We got this. This is 50 cents. I put it on
$1
this.
for the set.
Total of we paid a total of $1 on that. They did not go together, but I said, hey, we have this lamp. Let's throw this on top of there. And maybe it'd go better on one of these. What do you think? No, I think it goes.
I think it looks great on the one you put.
Yeah, I think out of all of them, we need to get rid of this one. I think that's the one there. And this little bitty. Does it have any markings? It's got a star. No, a K. I don't know. As you can see, we have a load of oil lamps. Let's put these. I got tons of chimneys as well. And of course, like I said, these chimneys are all newer. You know, they make them now still today because the chimneys are probably the first thing to break and you need replacements. But if you ever get into, I know a lot of people probably aren't selling these on eBay. I would not have a problem selling them. I would definitely pack them, the chimneys separately. That doesn't go to that. In a separate box and put that inside the box with and I would probably even do the lamp itself, the bottom. box it individually. That one might be good. I don't know. That one might be an original. It does not fit those lamps though. Ah, we do have a small chimney. Oh, is it not gonna fit? No, that one does not fit that one. We may be, I'd hate to sell those without chimneys. Looks like a double D's bolted on 110-pound woman. Are you talking about, oh. I thought you were talking about my man boobs. Is that what you're talking about?
Your man boobs.
I don't know if it's because
I thought these were your friends.
Hey, if your friends can't talk about your man boobs, then who can?
Nobody.
That one might fit on that one back there better. No, that's definitely not going to fit on that.
You just have to adjust those. That'll fit on there, honey. You just have to.
No, that one won't. This one flares out at the bottom. See the difference?
Okay.
I can bend those. Okay, so I think we're going to list them. I think we'll just run a special. These three, this one and that one, they're all the same lamb. So I think I want to put them in a lot together, you think? Or do you think I should run them separately?
I don't know.
Then I still have a buttload of chimneys left. What is that? I don't even know where. I don't even see that. I see the Chevy Cappy in there. Okay, where do we got now?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm like,
What are you
I'll be right
doing?
back, folks. I'm gonna go take this duck in and.
You're what?
Practicing here.
How'd the video editing go?
She got it down to 6 minutes, but needs help condensing it more.
What?
Dad asked how your video editing was going.
Oh, I left it for a little bit, Dad. I haven't gone back to it.
He's not here right now.
Waiting for you to come home and then help. Because I don't really know what else to cut out.
Yeah, he's not in here right now.
Oh.
So, how's your practicing going?
Good.
Oh, here's your dad.
Hello. All right.
Hi.
Did you need something?
No, she was telling me how her.
Oh. Well, I'll work on it with you when I get home later.
Okay.
Watch me sit here and
Okay, love you.
break something. I'm doing my instant.
He said he loves you.
Yeah, love you lots.
Okay.
No, he wasn't. He's doing a YouTube video. Okay, bye.
So what I got here is my instant black background. And I'm just going to obstruct your view with glass chimneys and oil lamps. We got oil lamps galore. That goes
Are we
without.
doing them all in the same week?
That's what I was asking, if we should or should we break them up. Let's just run them all. Get the
Did
stuff
you put
in.
a chimney on that little one?
I couldn't find one. The only one I found that was remotely small enough. It was too big. I've got two of them that I have And I can try to pull those out just a little bit.
No, it's too big.
That's what I was thinking too.
We really need to get a move on it.
Trying to. Okay, I'm getting ready to, I got all these put together. Okay, now it's time to photograph. That was her telling me that I need to get my ass in here. I need to put Bugs Bunny back up. So, if you weren't catching what I did there, I just took I have a black curtain that I started using as well for a backdrop for glass ware or glass items. And I'll show you what those. I was talking about that huge chimney on the small lamp. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm going to leave it on there. Oh, son of a. Okay, we just had an accident. That's why you shouldn't drink coffee and work at the same time. Another hazard to my health. If my computer breaks, it's because I just spilled coffee on it, as well as on the consigner sheets. Okay, we'll throw that down there. So that's the first one we're going to do, is that huge lamp. Get my tape measure ready. It's amazing what you can do in such a small space. And remember, this is, oh shoot, I didn't even see that one back there. I forgot. I need to find a chimney for that one. Okay. So let me stage, and somebody else can buy a new chimney for it. And here we go. Let's turn that back around and see. That's the first one I want to do, is the big. There we go.
I'm behind you.
Okay, should we put this, do we put this in lighting or vintage antique? I think vintage antique. 200. Should I do like a 201 to keep them all together? Or does it matter?
I would do it with lighting,
Okay.
and then that means they won't all go first too.
Okay.
What were you saying about the pictures she brought in?
There was something else that went with them. It's part of the same exposition. The California Pacific International Exposition Official Guide Souvenir. What year is that from? Did she say?
1935, 36.
That's cool. She said they go to the same. They're all part of the same expo. 520. We get to see some cool stuff coming through here. What she's picturing right now is an official souvenir guide for the 1935. Now she's doing the Chatty doll.
It's not a chatty.
It's not Chatty Cathy. It's just a Chatty doll.
Tiny chatty.
Tiny Chatty doll. But she's also doing official guides and photos for the 1935.
I was questioning whether the hair came like this or whether some kid cut it like that.
Vintage oil lamp with chimney.
It doesn't work.
Chimney appears to be hand painted. Period. Burner seems in good condition. Period. Lamp base is approximately 5 inches. Chimney is approximately 7 inches tall. and oversized at 7.5 inches in diameter. We can't be burners. No. You always got to hit stop so it doesn't keep.
Did you put this under K or R?
I'll make sure that they wait. These go under R.
I don't know.
I came back and said, "What do you think?" I'll put them under R. Okay. Jimmy Brisby hand painted burner seems in good
Now that
condition.
I'm going to have an unemployed husband, I've been wanting to take some of my fines and put them under my name rather than his.
She'll be paying me commission. I'm gonna boost her. I'm gonna boost her consignment fees. She's gonna pay more than everybody else.
Yeah, because the work I do is not enough. Tiny, chatty baby with sleepy eyes.
Let's try that.
I could not get the voice to work, but the mechanics seem to be there, period. The stall measures 12 inches in height. Could I borrow the
The what?
measuring? Oh, I've got one here.
I play with light a little bit to try to get things to show up a little bit better. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
16 inches tall.
I have bifocal lenses, but I still seem to prefer looking over the top of my glasses. People that are lamp collectors are probably going to look at this thing and say, what the hell did he do with that lamp? I put a giant chimney on it. Okay.
I found potatoes at home.
You found potatoes at home?
Yeah, just like the little ones. I thought we could put them on the grill with our steaks. And then I thought it would go, and we have the watermelon and strawberries and raspberries. So fruit, potatoes, and steak
You heard it here, folks. Kat found potatoes at home
in Idaho.
in Idaho. I wonder if they're Idaho potatoes or Washington potatoes.
I mean, really, you waited the whole time for me to finish speaking just so you could say that.
Hey, at least I responded.
You're an idiot.
See, when I get in trouble for not responding, but when I do, I get reminded of the same thing, that I'm an idiot. So it's like, oh, was that 624? Dang it.
I just did 625.
Okay, so it was 624. Don't quote me on this, but I do believe that Washington produces more potatoes than Idaho. Okay, here we go. I have a purple one that an old timer said was a whale oil lamp. Is there much of a difference? Man, now you're going, I don't know. It might be aged. Whale oil lamp versus versus kerosene. I don't think there's really going to be much of a difference. I think it's going
200
to
cartridge ammo box. This measures almost 7 inches by 11 inches and is about 4 inches wide.
I don't know if there's going to be much of a difference between a whale oil lamp and a
A what?
whale oil versus kerosene.
They asked you that? Like,
Difference between whale oil lamp and kerosene oil lamp.
you've talked, like, he's making it sound up to this point that he knows what he's talking about so much that you felt comfortable asking him that detailed of a question.
Come on, squish your head.
That's some pretty good bullshit, baby.
You know, I never claimed to be completely knowledgeable on everything or really anything. It might just be the age. I'm thinking.
Keep making shit up.
Listen. A blend of
Oh,
turpentine and alcohol was the first burning fluid.
Grandma Google.
Fuel for lamps after whale oil supplies were depleted. So I think it's definitely going to be an age thing. I don't think he can use whale oil anymore. I don't know. It was replaced by.
Is saying well or whale?
So camphene replaced whale oil, which camphene was a combination of turpentine and alcohol. After the whale oil supplies were depleted, it was replaced by kerosene after
That's kind of
Congress enacted excise tax on alcohol to pay for the Civil War.
That's a whale.
So I think that's probably what it is. It's probably age. But I don't know if the mechanics of the lamp was any different. Now you're going to make me start looking stuff up, Mike.
Well, look at that big old whale over there.
She makes fun of my accent. Okay, this one does have damage. It's a saying that we have is the only reason that I put up with her shit is because she puts up with mine and vice versa.
360. Well, there's a couple other reasons, but it's probably not appropriate to say on camera.
Turn of the century oil lamp.
I was saying what?
Period. 360.
I said 360.
Period. Some damage.
We should put it like
at the
right
base.
here. I mean, why are we pretending we can see shit that far? I mean, who are we proving shit to?
I wasn't. I had it right on my desk. I spilled coffee.
I don't want to say that this is a photo organizational system.
If that's what the tag says, it's not yours. What does it matter?
Oh, it is completely that though.
Well, that's what I would think. This turn of the century oil lamp does have some damage at the base, period. Base lamp itself is approximately 10 inches to the burner, period. Burner does thread into the glass instead of over the top, period. The replacement chimney is approximately 10 inches in height. Did I miss something else? Congratulations, Lisa. I don't know what that's another notification. How do I close that? Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay. Oh, man, it just.
Photo organizational system box. It's almost a shame to say that this is a photo organizer, comma, because you really can use this for anything, period. It opens on the top and the bottom. The bottom, there's a slight bit of damage, comma, but it still seals pretty well, period. It measures about 13 inches by 14 inches and is about 6 inches tall. I wanted it to be tall.
The good thing about listening is Kat gets to get out all of her words.
Really? I
I
mean,
cracked myself up.
you're an idiot. I mean,
Oh, I am so funny.
looks aren't everything, baby.
I quacked a joke.
Did you really keep a duck there so you could do that?
I did not keep the duck there. I just
He
had,
did. I mean, you know it. If you know Rod, you know he kept the stupid duck there just so he could reference back to it.
I just have not taken
No.
pictures of it. I started doing lamps, and I never got to the duck. So yes, I want to use it every chance that I possibly can.
So did you tell him that this one's called Thank You Next again?
No.
Because our second auction was called Thank You Next.
We title each of our auctions, and unlike other places that kind of give a title that alludes to the type of products that they have coming up at
Ours
auction.
is all general shit, so you can't say weekly auction with general shit every week. I mean, that's stupid.
So Kat, she comes up with awesome titles for our auctions. And one of them was the second auction we did was Thank You Next. That was actually the title of our auction. And that was auction number 2. This one being auction number 22. Naturally, her brain went to Thank You Next again. 627.
I get a kick out of myself.
She does.
I really do. I thought that was really brilliant.
This might actually be an original burner.
I need to figure out how I can change this because every time I go to it, it's in selfie mode. So every time I go to take a picture, I have to smile at myself.
I think you have to go to the camera, take it out of selfie mode. It probably defaults to the last setting that you took photos with.
No, because I've been in it all day, and every time I'm
just in case there's an accident, I don't want to be.
there's no.
No. She can go back and assign these to her own name if she wants to later. They're changed over here now. Therefore, lighting 520. Let's call this a pumpkin turn of the
Don't say
century
pumpkin.
oil lamp. You don't think that looks like a pumpkin?
No.
What do you think? What do you want to call it? Panel?
Globe.
I have to differentiate.
Then say panel, but it's not a pumpkin. You're gonna make people think it's a pumpkin.
If they think it's pumpkin, looking at a picture of an oil lamp, they're idiots. Maybe it's a 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You know, we
6,
have
7,
that
8,
one
9,
customer
10.
that'll say, oh, I thought it was a pumpkin.
12 panel globe.
I don't
Turn of the
think other
century
auction place
oil
would have
lamp.
said that. They would have taken a better picture. Not really.
It's a 12 panel. That's what I'm calling it. That sounds like I know.
That
Sounds like I know what the hell I'm talking about.
See, again, he's able to bullshit his way to fool people.
That's unique 12 panel globe. Period.
I kind of want
Burner threads into the glass as opposed to the exterior. Unique burner, period. The problem with a lot of this, I have to save doing a lot of research after I get home. But or when I do have a spare moment, because for those of you that don't know, we have a starting bid of $2 on all of our items. So we have to plan for the worst and expect that we're only going to get that $2 bid. So if I was paying somebody $10 an hour to photograph, that means that that dollar, we were requiring him to do 10 items an hour,
Which was pushing it for some.
which was really, for some, it was really pushing it.
Sadly.
So that dollar that we would get off we do 50% on the first $2 of an item for commission, and that means that it would at least pay for
$3.80.
our help. So we couldn't really charge or pay people to do a lot of investigation, and that's just a lot of work to try to do investigation
Singer
on
sewing
everything,
machine model 4562.
and it just takes up too much time. Most
Working sewing machine, exclamation point, comes with instructions, smiley face.
is that what you call globes?
No, it's
I just want to make sure I get the term.
it's not. It's not a globe. It's called
My phone's dead.
I can't think of it.
Hank?
No. I want to keep saying it starts with an I. It's like just look up parts of
Oil lamp parts.
Here is information from B&P Lamp Supply.
Sorry for the. I'm just lamp parts. So, if you see Aladdin brand lamps, those are highly sought after as well. Oil lamp font. That's
font.
okay. You guys got educated with this. This part of the lamp is called the font. Then we have the burner and the chimney. Font. That's such an odd name.
Right.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't.
We
the
should
font
change
doesn't
history.
fit.
We should change history written.
It's not, and it's not that everywhere.
I want to put unique 12-panel globe font. That way it makes it sound like we know what we're talking about. Okay. And I did not get...
Do people really
font approximately 9.5x6 period chimney 8.5-inch chimney. Some people will just sit and they put it in their it's not like I'm entertaining, it's just that they don't have anything better to watch, so and I do appreciate it. I have two people.
I might need help with this one.
Let's see, how long have I been on? It's you need help? It's been an hour and a half. I think we could probably be done. Anyway, it looks like all you got educated today was on lamps, oil lamps. That's pretty much all I've done. But I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. I am going to have to pull away so that I can.
Did you tell me you tested the Corel dish yesterday?
Oh, I did test it. You guys have heard it about the Corel being non-breakable. I thought I would test that out. I didn't throw it on the ground, but I tossed it. Okay, I threw it on the ground. Not a chip one. So Corel is pretty sturdy. Anyway, I'm going to call that the end of the video for today, the end of the live. I need to get going a little bit faster than I am. I appreciate everybody that stuck it out and hung out. We'll catch you all next time. Maybe next time it won't be so long. We'll catch you later. Peace out.